Well, guys, that happened quickly. I just shot one. It only ran like 30 yards and it's dead already. I don't know if it was the biggest one. There's probably a group of 30 or 40 and they all split off, and I saw two small ones and then a nice one come up, and I got all excited because it's an any bull unit, and they started splitting up. Someone over the top and someone over the bottom. And the last time I saw at least the first big one, it was going over or close to the top. But then I had a bunch of small ones walk down underneath me, so I had about a 70-yard shot. We got another elk down. Pretty sure he's a 6-point on the one side, but if not, he's a decent 5-point. But I think he is a 6x6, just barely small ones on both sides. So, pretty sweet. Alright guys, here is my 2021 bull elk. Just a smaller 6x6, but once again, just great for an any bull unit. I didn't see a single elk yesterday when it was opening day, and then before even the sun fully come up, I was able to get this one and shoot it. Just got an 80-yard shot, perfect shot. It ran like 30 yards and piled up and died. There's been a couple people shooting since, but one of the guys I talked to, he shot at a spike and he thinks he missed, but not a giant, but once again, good for an any bull unit. So happy with it, and once again, the work's gonna really begin to start. But luckily, I only have to go about 50 yards uphill this time, and then the rest is pretty much gonna be downhill, only like a half mile to the truck. So it'll be much easier than last year. Plus, it's in the morning versus right at night. So we're gonna get started starting to get it and get it quartered out. Alright, so I got the elk tagged. It's so crazy steep I have to keep it tied up, but I did get one front quarter off and one side back strap off. I am gonna make the first trip to the truck because I only brought one game bag. It's only like a 10-minute hike, so gonna hurry and go get my actual meat hauling backpack and get the rest of the meat bags, and then I'll come back out and we'll try getting the rest of this out. Alright, got the first load back to the truck, and I'm just backpacking in. Got my meat hauling backpack with more game bags. Took me about 15-20 minutes to hike it out, and it'll take me about 10 minutes to hike in. So, and then this time I'll get it all cut up and get it in the shade so it's not out in the sun going bad. But assuming all goes well, and I'll give myself an extra 10 minutes per trip, considering I'll be getting really tired, I should hopefully be able to have this all out of here in about 2 or 3 hours. My parents are on the way up with another truck, so we can run it to get processed at a center. But other than that, it's probably going to be all on me to haul it out. All my other family's working, and they wouldn't be able to get out here until this afternoon, and I'll probably have it hauled out by then. But they're always willing to help. It just doesn't always work, since I tend to shoot these late at night on holidays or while everybody else is working. But it's not too bad. All the work's worth it. Just gotta keep doing it. So you get all that pleasure and all that good food for years to eat or whatever, and the work's only for a few hours most of the time. So it's all totally worth it. Just gotta get it done. Oh guys, on to my second load out. Got a hind quarter. My parents made it up here, but they can't get all the way down to the elk. It's too steep for them. So I brought the head down over the steep part and down to where it's pretty flat, and they are working together to get the elk head out while I take out this, and then I'll have to go back and make 2 more loads. Whew, sure kicking my butt, but it's all worth it. Alright, we're going in for trip number 3. So far I've been able to get the elk head, 1 front quarter, 1 half of the back straps, and 1 back quarter to the truck. I'm going in to get the other back quarter right now. And then my last load will be the other front shoulder and the other back strap. So once again, it's not crazy far. It's about a 10-minute hike in, 20 to 30 minutes hike out, just because it's that first uphill about kills me. But just walking back and forth as many times I have, I'm already up to almost 5 miles. So it's there, but we're getting it out. And tried calling a processing place, and they're not taking the meat right now, so gotta figure that out. But we'll check back in when we get down to where the elk is again. Back at the elk. Well, what's left of it anyway. Just got the other hind quarter on. This hill doesn't do it justice, or the camera doesn't do this hill justice, but it is pretty steep. I had the elk tied to that tree, and it broke twice trying to get it, and then the rest of it's down there. But yeah, really steep. Once again, it doesn't look up, but we're probably close to at least a 45-degree angle right there, and steeper in some places. But I only have that hind quarter and then the front quarter with the back straps left, so we're working on it. That's kind of the trail I've been hiking up right there, then getting over the top and then hiking over. Luckily it was close to the top, but that 50 yards to the top sure sucks. Alright, well, it is now 2 o'clock. I shot this elk right around 8 a.m. and it's taken me, I'm just hiking in to get the last load, so by the time I get it out, this is going to take me between trying to quarter it out myself and make the round trips back and forth, / taking a little bit of a break in between trips, close to 5 hours. So not too terribly bad, especially since I'm pretty much doing it myself. My parents were able to help carry the head out like 300 yards, but other than that, I've had been pretty much doing it all myself. So we'll check back in when we all get it out and ready to go. Last load's on. Just going up the crazy steep hill. And then pretty much downhill for the last trip. Other than right before the truck. Gotta walk back up a little bit. But finally, last trip. Alright. See you when we get to the truck. Alright. We just made it back to the truck. Final load. Gonna drive down, get some ice and put these in a cooler. And then tonight it'll get down in the 30s and we'll let it hang outside. And then tomorrow or Saturday we'll cut it up. I'm gonna be giving away some of the meat to a friend. Just because I have a bunch left from last year, so yeah, well, we'll check in when we get it hung up at the house. Alright, just got it, well, been home for a little while. Had enough time to get the elk head cleaned up. And now I'm just boiling it so I can do the European mount. It's not necessarily boiling, just more simmering. Got 2 burners on full. It's just so big of a thing, it's hard to get it done. But here's another side view of it. Not too crazy big, but just trying to get everything done quickly so it's not as smelly. But we will let you see it when we get the next stage of it done and kind of keep showing you what we do. Hey everybody, this is just after boiling it and power washing it. So you can see for the most part it has come off really clean. We will be bleaching it and I will get the last little bit of residue that's stuck in under the antler there, and I'm gonna trim off the back of the skull a little bit better. But that is boiling it for 2 hours the main night just to get most of the meat cooked, and then I boiled it again a couple hours today with borax. It helps get all the grease and everything off to where it gets it pretty clean. And then all I need to do is bleach it. Alright, so the next step was that I wrap all the lower part of the antlers in the saran wrap or plastic wrap, and then I will get 40, what is it? It's a hair dye-in stuff bleach, but it's the 40 whatever, I can't remember the name of it, and get on there and dump all over it, and then I get more saran wrap or plastic wrap and wrap it all really good so it traps all the fumes in there, and it's gonna help bleach. And depending on how bright you want it, I usually leave it for just overnight or possibly 1 day, sometimes 2. The sooner you can get it and the cleaner you can get the skull the first time, the better it will be. But I'll be able to give you final results tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll take all the plastic off, rinse it all off, and then just let it hang dry for a little bit, and then I'll be ready to hang on the wall. Alright, so here's the finished product. Just got it hung up on the wall. As you can see, come out quite nice and clean after all the bleaching and stuff. So that's just yours, which is about 280-ish elk, so nothing crazy big. That one I got back in 2013, and it's about 260-ish. And then the one I got last year, that's about the 350 bull. So had pretty good luck the last couple of years. And then those are various deer that me or someone in my family shot. So thanks for watching, and if you liked our video, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for a lot more adventures to come.